Hello, everyone. I'm Ron Presley, editor of Catfish Now magazine, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about taking photos on smartphones. I mean, especially when we're in the boat, we catch a good fish, we like to take a photo. And, it seems like it's just natural for people to pick up that phone. We hold it like this so often. It's just natural to go ahead and take a picture with that phone in the upright position. And the result of that is a narrow but tall photo. It would be shaped just as the phone as you're looking at it there. And of course, in uh, photo language, that's known as portrait mode. And let me just bring an example up here, add this up to the stream. There's a St. John's River channel cat uh, that I caught last week with my daughter with me, and she immediately took that phone out and took the photo. And sure enough, just as it is her habit to do, and I think this is a habit more than anything else, she took the portrait photo. And to me, we did with this photo, we just get so much sky. If you see so much sky up here, a third of that picture is nothing but blue sky. And down at the bottom, because I'm sitting in this case on a seat up on the bow, my legs are extended towards the camera, gives a little bit of distorted look. My legs are big, but I don't think they're that big. But that's what we get with the photo taken in when you got the upright position on the phone. So, I just like to talk to you a little bit about just turning that phone, on its side. Let's see here. We'll try to put the lens up, but when you take the photo this way, the result is going to be a landscape photo shaped more like the phone. And that's the kind of photo, if you had a camera on the boat, normally when you take a camera out, take a picture, you're going to get the landscape mode type of photo. It's not going to have as much up and down. It's going to be shorter and wider. And part of this is because for the magazine, that format just fits the templates that we use in the magazine. And also, we're always looking for landscape photos unless it's a cover photo. And in that case, if you imagine the cover of a magazine, they're more of an upright type, 8.5 by 11 type situation. But the difference to me is, just tremendous. In fact, I'd like to get another example here. If I can quickly go over here and share another photo. It takes me just a second to click through here, but here's the same photo in landscape mode. And you see the difference. You don't see all of that sky. You don't see the legs that are, kind of out of proportion or anything. You can get closer to, you always think about the really big catfish too when I talk about this, because a 30, 40 pound catfish is going to stretch all the way across your body. And I see people at a weigh-in, for example, they'll have their iPhone up to take that big picture, and they got to back up in order to get the picture in the frame. Where if they could just simply turn that on their side, they'd be able to get the full length of the fish, and they could get 2 or even 3 anglers in the photo as well. A lot of teams now are 3 anglers instead of 2, and it just makes it so much easier to get all of those anglers in the picture. I'm talking about photos here, but the same thing is true with video. And if you can get used to taking your video that way too. When I see these live streams that come so often on a boat and they're catching fish, I'm just wishing they would have had it horizontal instead of vertical, so you could see a little panoramic view. You could see from one side of the boat to the other, probably see other people and so on. But when it's vertical, you're going to see a very narrow view of what's going on there. And sometimes it's hard to get it all in. So just making a case that, break the habit of holding that camera vertical and getting the portrait type photos, and just hold it horizontal and get the landscape mode. To me, it's just, it's just a better picture. But it's a personal thing, I know, for a lot of people, but my personal preference is the landscape. I like it 99% of the time better than I do the portrait. It's a habit, I think, because of the way we hold these phones and use them normally. We do the same thing with the photo, and really all we got to do is turn it sideways, horizontal, get a shorter but wider view of your subject. And I think you're going to like it if you would give it a chance. So think about it. Let me convince you to try and take some of those landscape photos and just compare them. Take the same photo in both modes and just see which one you like best. But I'm going to make that the Catfish Now tip of the month for May. Just think about using that smartphone, instead of vertically, turn it over on its side and take some of those landscape photos. That's your Catfish Now tip of the month. Fish with passion.